come from outer space. I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away. I'm illuminated, I'll make a move, start a waves. I've been dreaming about flying for a long time. I had a vision from the praise they wanna co-sign. Artificially intelligent AI. I'm your future, past and present, I'm a fine line. Yeah, I'm a missile of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sink, I just float. I don't need gravity, I just need growth. When I move, it's in a quick rumble. I won't ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble, break down.
Welcome everyone on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. How is everyone doing today on this lovely, amazing Thursday? I'm excited to just hear how everybody is doing. I'm excited to see you. I'm excited that we are here on another Thursday, making moves, doing some great things. You know, it's been a lot going on, but I thank everyone who continue to always support me and share this platform to many others. For those who are on TikTok, those on Instagram, we stream live and Facebook. And I just want to tell you guys, continue to share your love with your sister. It's been amazing. But I'm just going to be going over a little few topics for today. I'm not going to hold y'all long because, you know, today is Thursday, but we acting like it's Friday. We're going to claim Friday already here so we can enjoy our family, get some rest, get prepared for the weekend. But just to throw this out here, I know everybody been hearing about the port being shut down because the union workers of the port's been on strike. I know I've been seeing on social media already in certain places, people buying out the toilet paper and the water and the paper towels and stuff already. Not really taking the time to realize that a lot of those particular things like that, we have right here in the U.S. We don't really get our water too much from overseas like that, or our toilet paper. Everything is created here in the U.S. For those who don't realize, that's what your sister here is from. So with that being said, don't be so scared and shaken and moved by what you're hearing. Try to make sure you stay focused on what you need to do and why you're here. You know, a lot of times, some of us, we get too caught up. Sorry about that, guys. My Instagram went out on me for some reason. But a lot of us tend to have a big habit of getting kind of scared on when things happen and people start to rush and buy things. And, you know, people just run on fear. I'm not saying be naive and ignorant to certain things. However, we got to make sure we are preparing ourselves for what is to come. Always, you should already have your household filled up with toilet paper and water and all those good things. So if you grew up like I grew up, for some of us who grew up in the little bit of the countryside, even though, you know, I'm a old school military brat, been traveling around since I was young, my grandparents, they made sure they stacked and racked up. I'm telling you, I don't care what it was, they stacked and racked up. I even had grandparents, look, they build in bunkers. Because, you know, for some people who live in other places that have tornadoes and stuff, you have to make sure you got them underground bunkers to prepare your family for your safety. And whatever you got in the home that you want to keep as memory, as archivery, you keep that down in the bunker. You don't keep that in the house because, you know, when a tornado come around, that everything's gone, shredded, gone. But, you know, some people, they tend to think differently. But with that being said, please, let's look at this serious. Let's not be so distracted too much on what is going on, because if you look at what's going on, it's an agenda behind it. It really is. I'm not saying that this stuff really is not happening, but yet I'm still saying that there's agenda behind everything that's going on. For, I know you guys heard about the missiles being shot off overseas already, and you know, you're dealing with the strike of the port. Then you got, you know, the politician thing going on. I just finished talking to one of my spiritual sons, you know, overseas in Africa, and he was like, we on strike over here with some of our workers and stuff. And I'm like, dang, I'm like, are you serious? Because they were supposed to go back to school. Their school system is a little different there. They call first and secondary school compared to over here. And so with that being said, it's affecting everywhere. It's not just affecting one area, it's affecting everywhere. And that goes to show you that whatever happens in America still affects in other places. Some people may disagree a little bit, and I get it. But whatever happens here is counteracted because a lot of the individuals, who's on these boards, we got to look at what we have. And as a people, no matter where we from, we need to make sure we take care of home. Your home is where you take care of first. You're from Africa, take care of Africa first, because what goes on there, we can't travel to get to y'all if y'all don't handle your business there. Whatever, we got to take care of the United States. If you in the UK, whatever, take care of those grounds first so that we all can continue to support each other. It's a circle of life. We all in that Bermuda Triangle thing. So that is very important to make sure that we keep that thing going, because it's serious. And this is not even half of it. They was talking a few months back about the government shutdown. And with that being said, I mean, again, a lot of distractions, a lot of hidden agendas. You look at the stuff with the Diddy thing, and then, you're looking at the stuff with the politicians and who said what. And it's just so much that every time I step my foot outside the door, and I know you guys have, it's like chaos. People don't know which way they want to go. They're causing havoc. They seem to be stressed. Everything is skyrocketing in prices. Inflation is coming out of the norm like crazy. Y'all heard me talking about last week about how some of the banks and what they're doing. You got to watch that too. We ain't out of the waters yet. But for those, if you don't know how to prepare yourself for survival, I definitely recommend you go online and look at some listings for survival kits and things like that. Learn how to use your resources around you. This is why it's so important that we teach our children, because if it wasn't for my grandparents teaching me how to be self-sufficient, we wouldn't even know how to live off the land. I got neighbors that roll past and be like, oh, you haven't cut your grass yet. For what? I got dandelions growing out there still. I pluck them. People looking at me like I'm crazy. I be seeing people spraying weed spray trying to get rid of them. But little do they know what them dandelions and them red clovers can help for. Things like that people are not paying attention to. So with that being said, make sure that you are really taking the time to really wake up and see what's going on. It's not a game out here. This is the survival for the fittest. This is like watching that show Survival. How many of y'all watch that show Survival? You see how they were out there? Some of them didn't know what to do. This is why I always try to tell, like one of my other daughters, I was like, look, when I was growing up, we was in Girl Scouts and we were camping. We knew how to start a fire. We knew how to go out here and really learn how to self-sufficiently survive. We would find blueberries, blackberries. We even knew how to catch a fish without even having to use a hook. If we had little cans and stuff like that, especially like coffee cans, you learn how to kick in survival. Your first aid kit knife is your best friend. We would carve out the corner just so that we can lay it on top and build a campfire or build a little fire and still can cook on top of that can. Those are the things that people need to be really looking at. So let's prepare our children for their future to come besides just education. They need to learn agriculture. They need to learn trade. They need to learn all areas where we just never know when that time comes. If all this electronic stuff like this will just shut out and buzz out, what else do we got? Or I should have said, what else do we have? So with that being said, again, let's be mindful of that, because I shouldn't have to go in a grocery store and see no cases of water. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like the whole shelves were empty, even the toilet paper. I'm like, oh my God. Also, other breaking news for people don't know, be careful again. Here we go again with the food and stuff, guys. Whew. Somebody that already died from some, tainted food and stuff already. That's another thing that's been very questionable of all the stuff that's been going on. Tainted food. It's sad when you can't really go out here and grocery shop and be feeling comfortable about your food. That's been some more breaking news on those products. So you got products, not just food, but you also got recalls on Jeeps. You got recalls on safety barbers. You got recalls on pork, misbranding. Other vehicles like Mercedes Benz got a recall of 27,000 vehicles. Mazda, toys recall, even snacks. Like I gotta be careful eating nuts, and I love to eat my nuts, especially the ones in trail mix with the good stuff in it. For those who love to eat their trail mix nuts, I'm one of them. You got to be careful now to eat trail mix nuts because it's been said now that they making fake nuts imitating like cashews and pistachios, and I'm like, well, how can you fake a pistachio? Because that really come out of a shell just like anything else, but they're doing it. And so there's been a lot of issues where people allergies have flared up, and it's not because of just the nut itself. It's because the what that nut is made from, and so that nut is also causing a very severe constipation, and people don't realize that. So that's been a whole nother thing that I've been seeing going on. It's been wild. It's been wild. Another breaking news for those, the legendary, the papa of the papas, the one who, was the father, the father of fathers on the show. He was an icon father in especially the Black community, but still he was an icon father to all those, even if he wasn't. John Amos, the one who played on Good Times. When I tell you, he passed away in August. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. He passed away in August. So they said August 21st is when he ascended. However, it wasn't brought to our attention until October 1st. So we all running around here like, oh my God, so and so has passed. He has died. And yeah, because this man here, when I tell you, I was wishing he was my dad, kind of. At first, I was scared. You imagine having a dad, he would discipline you when you wrong, and he would pull that belt off and would not be ashamed. He wouldn't be ashamed one bit. And I can definitely tell you still, him doing that, especially to his sons, showed that, hey, in life, it comes with consequences. Gotta hold yourself accountable. You grown to go ahead and do it. Let me help you. So let's go and give our love to the legendary, honorable TV show dad who was our home dad, John Amos. May he rest in power, ascend in glory, and continue to be a legend by spirit to other dads as an alpha man. We miss you, Mr. John. We thank you for leaving an imprint on our lives. Like, seriously. So, for those who don't know who he is, if you have never watched Good Times, I believe you better find your way on Hulu, on Tubi, or wherever you can, and go ahead and start watching those shows because he was an amazing man, and I am grateful to get to actually experience that. And if y'all don't know about Good Times, again, get up on it because it was very educational. Like, I even learned from the episode when the younger son, Michael, getting to know who you are, getting to know thyself, and how he would debate with his mom. And his mom was trying to tell him a few things, but he thought he knew, but he actually did. That some kids, we be sleeping on some of these kids. They do have some knowledge on some stuff. They giving inner wisdom, and we be sleeping on them. And we need to stop doing that because there are times when they're being used by the divine to be a way of opening with wisdom too. And we don't give them the benefit of grace and benefit of allowing them to speak. So that definitely is something that we need to pay attention. Also, another breaking news, and then I'm not gonna hold you guys up. I'm gonna let y'all go. There has been found 3,600 chemicals from food packaging found in people. And this article came out 5 days ago. I'm only going to read a glimpse. So it just stated that including some of the cartridges from the food packaging processing stores has been found in humans according to research. This is true because if you guys haven't had a chance, but I've gone and actually allowed myself to get tested and found out certain chemicals that was in my body. And I was shocked. Like a lot of us, we already know we got like, other things in us like metal and sometimes, one of the ones we do know, fluoride. But you be very amazed how much stuff is in our food that's causing us to have more issues within the last, it's been like what, 15 years? I might be off in the calculation, but it's ridiculous. And I mean ridiculous. It shouldn't be that many chemicals. Like today, I went to the store, right? I said, I want some mayonnaise. I normally don't use it too much like that. Yet, when you got some family members, they just want their mayonnaise, right? You want a good sandwich, so you go to please them. Every mayonnaise that I picked up said soybean oil in it. Soybean oil is one of the synthetics that actually causes fibroids. Yes, fibroids, especially in Black American women. It can cause other tumors and cancers and things like that. And so, with that being said, it's very important that we pay attention to that. When I was growing up, mayonnaise didn't have no soybean oil. Do y'all remember that? If you really was paying attention like me, I remember no more than 5 ingredients. It would be either majority of the time was vegetable oil or canola. At that time, that's going to tell you how old I am. Eggs, salt, vinegar. You ain't have all that extra stuff. I looked at the list. I said, dang, how many ingredients do they have in here? Then I saw sugar added. I said, when they start adding sugar to mayonnaise. All right, here we go again. That's how much toxins we are receiving in our body. So then you wonder why we run around here crazy. Some of y'all may beg to differ with me, but that's okay. But I'm telling you from personal experience, that is one of the reasons why we running around here crazy. Because of the stuff that's in here and it causing a chemical imbalance. So like they said, the chemicals found in the human blood, hair, breast milk, and urine was metals, volatile organic compounds, phthalate, and also they found other chemicals including PFAs, which is associated with high risk of certain cancers, kidneys, testicles, as well as low birth weight, cholesterol, pregnancies, hypertension, and much more. Do you know how many people are now on dialysis than they ever been before, especially with kidney issues? I would be taking care of some of my clients, and that's what I would end up having to have to help with. Majority of my individual clients will have something pertaining to their kidneys. And it was because the food they was always used to eating growing up, they never had a problem with. As they got older, they moved wherever they at or wherever they getting their supplies from, they started having these issues. Big time. And so this is why it's very important that we learn to go and get ourselves tested, especially your children. Get your children tested because there's a lot more allergies, especially like again, we're back at the school situation. The kids are at school. They're eating more school food, things like that. I mean, come on. A lot more is going on. They eat more school food and all the chemicals and toxins that's in the school food, you really got to pay attention to that. When I tell my daughter not to eat school food, I can see a big difference. When she go to eat school food after a week, she be all over the place. I was like, I had to tell the girl stop eating it, especially after what happened to my niece week 4. Yes, pay attention. Try your best to cook homemade food. And yes, it costs a lot to eat right. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It costs a lot to eat right. So with that being said, again, pay attention to your children, even if you're grandparents or if you're a guardian of children, just pay attention of their eating. And even for yourself, still care about yourself, because you're no good to them if you don't do what you're supposed to do. We are no good to them if we don't continue to do what we're supposed to do. Also, last but not least, I was very disturbed by this situation. I don't know if every individual has actually paid attention to this. Have you guys noticed a increase in crime rate dealing with couples? Like, it's been a high crime rate with couples. There was a guy, this man with his wife, and this is recent, and this happened out in Maryland, where he told his children to go to the vehicle, and he ended up leaving the vehicle, and the children noticed, one of his kids noticed that he had a weapon and went in the house. Yes. And unalived his wife while she was working, teleworking. Yes, teleworking. There was another incident where this man, who's a father, and this one blew my mind too. And I was very shocked about this one, because I was like, what in the world is going on? Like, for real, are we serious? Why is this happening? And so with this one, this guy actually drove from Florida all the way, again, up north. He breaks into the mother of his children's house while she's in there with her boyfriend and unalived them. The children hid in the closet. That investigation has been very well investigated. And you know how this man got caught? He left so much evidence that he didn't think they was going to catch him. So he tried to call himself driving on back, but got pulled over. See, when they say karma comes back, it sure does. But some people, karma hit you like this. With others, it's like you might wait about 5 to 10 years before you get it. But these two scenarios, I have noticed lately that there has been a lot of couples in relationship, past couples, and there's been a lot of taking lives. And this makes me wonder, and I could be wrong, does any of this got to do with the jab? Or is it just the world is getting more crazier? I had to really sit down and ponder on that. Because I said, since the pandemic and people taking the jab, there has been an increase in health issues, an increase in people's mental issues, increase in not just mental issues, but even people not being as sociable. I mean, just everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's why they say it's not just a physical battle that we're fighting against. This is also a spiritual thing, because we are beings with living in this physical body. We are breath of life. So everything about that happens is happening all over. So that should say something. But with that being said, I just want to just say to everybody, if you going through something or you're unaware, please be careful. Pay attention to people's or individuals, family members, past exes, whoever it may be. Pay attention to their body language. Listen to what they're saying. Pay attention when you're driving your car, wherever you're going. Make sure you're not being followed, tracked. Make sure you're paying attention around your house. Check your windows, your doors. Secure your home, secure your vehicles. That's another thing. Please. If anybody's knocking in your door with hours of the night or calling your phone with hours of the night, do not answer it. Do not answer it. It's getting that crazy. They're actually going around people's houses trying to see if there's a weak area where they can come through. Seriously. Like they're watching. I was just watching another video where this woman was ringing the doorbell on this lady's ring cam. And the ring cam said, "You're now being recorded." And the lady saying, "Oh, your lights are on your vehicle." And far off, you see a man standing there. And then she walks back and she says it again. I know you guys might have seen this video. And he said, "Well, your lights are off. I mean, your lights are on. I don't care if my lights on. I'm not leaving out. And it's dark outside." So before you get out of your vehicles or before you get in your vehicle, especially to my sisters, pay attention to your surroundings, please. Because people are watching. I've already had it, keep my spiritual niece in prayer. She had somebody to break into her vehicle and just moved into the new area. You know, things like that. It's scary for some, but you can't live your life in fear. You shouldn't live your life in fear. And in situations like this, you got to stand your ground and let them know, okay, try something else and see what happens. Yeah, that's how people are getting now. Desperation because the economy is so out of range. They whacking. People becoming wackos, as they would say. So unstable that people are desperate. And what do desperate people do? They start to break into people's homes, or they take their anger out on you over arguments, whatever the situation may be. So with that being said, I thank you guys for chiming in with your girl Cynthia J, holding us women accountable, not excluding us men. Thank you for tuning in every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here in the East Coast, in the United States, in the DMV area. If no matter where you're from, shout out to wherever you are supporting your sister. Continue to support, continue to show your love. Share this with some family members. If you like to reach out to me and give some updates or current events that may be going on, because you got to remember, sometimes we don't know everything. So, the social media is our biggest news breaker, because regular media, like the news reporters, they're not going to tell us the truth. So we have to circulate the information around. So if you want to reach that out to me, definitely reach out to your sister. Don't be ashamed to reach out. I'm here. Oh, where did this come from? Hold on, guys. Something just popped up on my red stream. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, definitely make sure y'all share that information, because every little bit of information helps. We never know when we need it. And so again, if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on the cynthiaj.gospel. That's a way to email me with updated information and current events. cynthiaj.gospel. Definitely hit up your sister on that. Don't be ashamed to hit me up on that to let me know what current events are coming around, so that we can keep each other informed of the things that are going on. Because a lot of times people really don't know, and you don't find out until later. Also, you can also find me right on YouTube. So go ahead and hit that @ symbol, Cynthia J22. Not only will you see my lives, you will also see my music that's up there. I am not only a psalmist and a podcaster, but I'm also your birthing doula, your postpartum doula, your spiritual healer, and so much more. And I continue to encourage you guys in music. I know you're like, okay, you're up here, we should be listening to spiritual things. Yes, but I have to keep you aware of what's going on, and at the same time still encourage you. Stay encouraged in all that you do, because we need each other. I need you, you need me. Some people would say, no, we don't. Yes, we do. Because there are chosen ones who are like you and I, who are out here, who are trying to make sure we stay connected, being uplifted, being encouraged, because there's so many individuals that are out here that don't want to see us strive. that don't desire to encourage people. They just want to strip you like a vampire, suck your blood and your energy out of you and keep it moving. And then they're going to go to the next prey. That's the type of, society and world we living in now. We're not living in a place where people would be replenishing. You might take from me, I take from you, but then I will give to you, you give to me, you will circle back and replenishing. You're not catching these type of things anymore. Not too many people. I just met a brother earlier today. He was like, I'm going to North Carolina. I'm about to ride halfway as far as I can and give to somebody who really in need. But it's also promoting his business. But he said, I'm not even looking at it promoting my business. So to my brothers and sisters who might have went through in North Carolina, please, for those who have heard from their brothers and sisters out there, definitely email. I'll definitely share it on my platform. Places where people can send resources, because this is still home. When there's issues going on across seas and other places, we quick to help there. Especially, the gov, they're quick to help there. But this is home here in the U.S. And even though we got some crazy people and some people that don't even deserve it, still, somebody out there is still in need. The children don't ask for these issues. Just remember that. But the parents just got to pray for some of them people half time. But with that being said, definitely hit me up. You can find me if you're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, all those. You definitely find me under Cynthia J. .gospel at Cynthia J 22. You'll find my information on TikTok on the bio, so make sure you click on there. And you can also find me in my bio on Instagram. All the same exact stuff. It don't change. I share it all the time. And it's even in my YouTube. So you guys can find me on YouTube. Check out my videos. Go on YouTube and share it. Every little bit helps. It might not seem much to others, but trust me, every little bit is worth it. So peace and love to you guys. I thank y'all for joining in and always chiming in with your girl, your co-host, your birthday doula, your inspirational healer, and psalmist, and so much more. Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Peace and love. Stay blessed. Thank y'all who on TikTok and Instagram. Thank y'all for chiming on in. I appreciate you always and forever. For my Restream followers, thank y'all. Thank you. Shout out to my niece who always support me. Love you, baby girl. Just know that you're not alone. You're not alone. And for all those who are still chiming in, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Share it with your friends. Share it to family members. Share. Hit that share button. Hit them thumbs up, because them thumbs up gives them an algorithm that actually get us out there. So I thank you guys for chiming in. Always stay blessed. Always stay encouraged. You just never know who's going through what. So stay encouraged. Love you guys. Peace and love. Fresh Essence, we are here for you with many things that will heal the body. Right here attached on this flyer, you see sea moss, also known as Irish moss, which holds about 92 minerals that the body needs on a daily basis. It can be consumed and it can be used on the body as an ointment in many ways, shapes, or form. So definitely contact your girl Cynthia J at 571-281-0517. Do not sleep on this Irish, also known as sea moss. It definitely has the healing that it needs. Just believe and receive.
If your knowledge were your wealth, then